Assalamu alaikum dear colleagues. In this video, I'm going to explain how you can use Google Forms effectively. The good thing about Google Forms is that they are auto-corrected. We created many forms according to our ILOs 2 or 3 years ago, and now these forms are available in PYP folder. I just complete one form and you will see that as soon as I complete the form, I will be able to see my result. As you can see, I write my name, ID number, section 1, and I'm randomly choose these options next, and now I submit. Now I can view my score. If you look at here, I can view my score. Now I tell you where you can access these forms and how you can use these forms effectively. I will also inform you that how you can upload these forms on Blackboard and track your students' progress. First, you will go to PYP folder. In PYP folder, if you look at here, number 4, GC activities, you click on GC activities, then you go to week 2 and 3. Now, if you look at this, you can see there are 5 forms available. The owner of these forms is Miss Aisha. Now, how can you use these forms effectively? First, you need to be the owner of these forms. What you are going to do, first select all these forms and make a copy. Now let's see what happens. Now you can see here that now I have become the owner of these forms. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to select all these forms and then move these forms into my drive. You'll go back. Now this is your drive. You're going to click here. First, I will create a folder, new folder. I will click here. Now name this folder. I name this folder Google Forms. Then I click here. Now this folder is empty. Within this folder, you should make another folder. Click here again and create another folder and name this folder as this folder week 2 and 3. Now this folder is also empty. Now move your files here. Now these files have been moved into your drive in the Google Form folder. Now click here, my drive. Find out where is Google Forms. Here is Google Forms. This is week 2 and 3. And all the forms are available there. Now you are the owner of these forms. Now once you become the owner of the forms, you can use these forms effectively. I'm going to choose one form. For example, I choose this form. I click here, click send. Then I shorten the URL. Then I copy the link. Now I go to Blackboard. I go to lesson plans. This ILOs of week 2 and this is a reading exercise. Now I built a content. Click here, item. I say reading. Identify the main idea. Now again, I'm going to write it here. Now what I'm going to do, I click here, insert file. Click here and then source URL. Look carefully, source URL, and then paste that link which you copied from the Google form. Just paste it here. Then submit. Then again submit. then again submit, and here's the last time submit. Now you can see this form is available here. Now there are two ways to use this form. You can copy the link and you can paste it in the discussion board or anywhere you want. Now what students can do, they can click on the form and they can complete the form. Now if you look at this form, I'm the owner of this form because my email address is there. Let's complete this form. Write your name. Students are going to write their names. Now whatever section they are going to choose, any section, the form will go to you. Why? Because you are the owner of the form. Because section doesn't matter. I randomly choose, then submit. Now I can view my score. I got 1 out of 6. Now you should go to your Google Drive, and this is the form which I uploaded. If I click this form, you can see my response will be there. I just click here. You can see now. I click here and you can see there will be only one response. You can see there is only one response. And if I click on the response, if I go to individual, I can see my name is there. So in this way, the students you can see the responses of the students. Now, if you want to use this form in another section, what you can do, you can delete all the responses here. And you can copy the link again in another section. So this is the best way you can use a Google form. First, you need to make copies of the form, then transfer those forms in your drive, make a folder, put those forms there, and then use them. In this way, you can get the responses from the students. And here I want to repeat one more thing, that the section doesn't matter because you are the owner of the form. When your students are going to complete, the form will directly go to your drive in that particular folder. Here I want to tell you one more thing, that there are some forms where student's name is not there or ID number is not there. In this situation, what you can do, you can click here and you can add a question here. Like for example, here you can write name and then you click an option short answer and then required. Then you can make copy of this and here you can write ID number. If in some forms the name is not there or ID is not there, you can first you make the owner of the form and then add name and ID number. Now I repeat the process again. You go to Google Classroom Activities, go to General English. Now this is week 4 and 5. Now you can see many forms here. First, I told you, and again I'm telling you, that you should be the owner of the forms. Now how you can be the owner of the forms? First, select these forms, then make a copy. Let's wait and see. Now you can see I have become the owner of these forms. I select and then move these forms. Now if I ask you where am I going to move these forms, I will move these forms in my drive in the Google Form folder. Go back. This is your drive. Now find out where is that Google form. These are the Google forms. Now this is week 4 and 5. Here you are going to create a new folder. Name that folder week 4, 5. Create. Now you can see the folder is empty. Now move these files there. Now, what you are going to do, click here, My Drive, go to that folder. This is a folder, Google Forms, and you can see week 4 and 5, all the forms are available there. And now you have become the owner of these forms. Now again, I'm repeating the same procedure again. Click on the form, click Send, shorten the URL, copy, and I go to Blackboard. I go to Lesson Plans. Now I go to ILOs of week 4 and 5. I click here. Now this is grammar. I will copy, same thing, put it here, scroll down. Again, I will copy this and I'm going to paste it. Now, how can you paste this link? You will click here, insert file, source URL, and here you are going to paste that shortened URL, submit, 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 and then submit. Now you can see the form is here. Now your students will click here and they will complete the form. They can write their name. They can choose any section. I'm repeating this point. They can choose any section. No problem, because you are the owner of the form. The form will directly go to your drive in Google Form folder. I randomly choose. Oh, I can see my score also. I got 5 out of 10. I randomly chose the answer and I got 5. Now I go to my drive. Now I uploaded this form. Now if you click on this form and you go to responses, you will see there will be only one response, and that is from Zahid. I click here. You can see there is only one response, and I can show you the name also. Here you can see my name. In this way, you can use these Google Forms effectively, and this is the best way to use Google Forms. Now, if you want to use this form in another class, whatever responses you got, you come here and delete all the responses. And in this way, you can use this form in another section. That's all for today, and I hope now you have a clear picture in your mind that how you can use Google Form effectively. Thank you very much. See you next time with another video.